What a do, players and trainers, it's your boy, the Blazing Squid, with week, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, but 7. 7 of the PGL and U Cup, and we are one step closer. We should have popped Brennan by now. But, spoiler alert, this battle is happening before that battle, so we don't know our record yet if we beat Brennan or not. But hopefully by the time we are watching this video, we beat him. If we lost, we just gotta bounce back, and we gotta beat him in finals. But, this week, we're up against Rewt? I think it's Rewt. It's R-E-W-T. Rewt. And the New Jersey Brobats. Pretty cool name, gotta admit. He was tied first place for the most part. It was him, me, and Brennan off to a really good start, the three of us. But unfortunately, Brennan and Rewt had to battle in week 3. So they both met up at what? No, they met week 4. They were both 3-0. It was 3-0 and 3-0. Bam, here's week 4. Boom shakalaka. One came up on top. Really awesome battle. Props to Brennan. So Brennan advanced, leaving Rewt behind at 3-1. And he's slowly done his battles, and at the moment we're facing this, he's already battled 6 weeks already. So he's already done his first 6 weeks, because he's just trying to advance and trying to get all his stuff. So he's facing us at 4-2, and we're facing him at 5-0. So really nice. I remember he called us out at the beginning of the season saying, "That was a bean." Thank you. Okay, there you go. I was like, what was that? Alright, but he called us out at the beginning of the season. He was like, hey, instead of meeting Thumb Brother 2 and defeated, why don't you meet me, Squid? But obviously, here we are, and he already has 2 losses. But I'm not gonna take him lightly yet. Not just yet. We gotta see. He has a really good team. Alright, so his team consists of Mr. Mime, Vicable, Gigalith, Malamar, Cryogonal, Krogan. I just like Dugtrio is right there. Dugtrio, Alolan Dugtrio, Guzzlord, Kingler, Leafeon, Pyroar, and Toxic Croak. First things first. He has not used Guzzlord and he has not used Pyroar from what I've seen. Within the first 4 weeks or 5 weeks that the battles have gone up, I have not seen him bring any of those just yet, so I don't anticipate them to come. We should prep for them regardless, whatever, but I don't think there's a chance that you might bring them, if you know what I mean. Alright, so let's talk about his mods. We can start off from the back. Let's start off from the back. Probably the mon I was scared of the most, and the one I prepped for the most. The Toxicroak. Toxicroak, ignore all my tabs here, guys. Like, just ignore it. I'm actually just gonna have this ready to go. As soon as the time. Loading is taking a while. Alright, so Toxicroak. Toxicroak gets access to Bullet Punch. Like, why do you get access to Bullet Punch? We've seen him run Life Orb, so a Life Orb Bullet Punch to my Diancie is good damage. Really solid damage. I wasn't even done with the music, but okay, I guess we'll just stick to that. Okay, I messed up. Who cares? Krogan. So it's a fighting poison type. So we need psychic coverage. Our only psychic type is Uxie. Uxie still can Oko due to the fact and its back. Okay, I guess I won't smile as much. Or step to the side. It's still there! I got it, finally! Oh my god. That was super embarrassing. Maybe I should just re-record this whole video. I'm already 5 minutes in. Heck no. Alright, so Toxicroak. Toxicroak, fighting poison type. Thankfully we have rock on our fairy, so it will be neutral because rock resists poison. And the rock is super effective by fighting, but the fairy resists, so it kind of complements it really well. But still, it has access to bullet punch, and I don't want to be taking bullet punch with my Diancie because it can do a lot of damage, and it's scary. So I'm expecting Toxic Oak to come, especially with the fact that we have a Sand Slash and we have also Abomasnow. Abomasnow are our snow team. So imagine a Gunshot Okos, a Drain Punch Okos. It's a really good mon for my Hail team. It gets Dark type moves for Kofag. It's a really good mon. I expect Toxic Croak to come 100% just because of the matchup it has against my team. The only things that check it are like the Uxie. It has Dry Skin for my Lantern. It's actually a really good mon to counter me. So he probably think I'm gonna prep for it, and I'm gonna prep for it. I'm gonna prep for it real hard. Next up is Pyroar. As we mentioned, Pyroar, we didn't expect too much. Reasoning behind it is because he hasn't brought it. He hasn't brought it in any of these weeks and whatnot. So I'm gonna prep for it, but I'm not gonna prep for it. What do I mean by that? If it comes, I have Diancie. Diancie can go for a rock move. Pyroar has a Focus Sash. I can Earthquake it. Uxie can two-shot it with 2 Psychics probably because of its defense. It's okay. It's a mon that if it does come in-game, we will be able to handle it, I believe. Next up, Leafeon. Leafeon, the grass type. I didn't know this till recently. I think Leafeon is 130 base defense. 130. We can double check that. We can double check that. $130 base defense, guys. Why? I was wondering why he calls it Beefy Leafy, and that's why. That thing hits like a truck. I mean, it's not. It has defenses like a truck. I'm still surprised a Guts. Well, it's a Guts Flame Orb close combat from a Hariyama, so obviously it should kill. Kind of, but still 130 in its base. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous for a grass type of that sort. But yeah, Leafeon can it can have Chlorophyll. Chlorophyll, imagine it can have Swords Dance, really powerful. We saw what it was 110 in attack after a Dragon Dance. That's still really good. Really good. So yeah, Leafeon, really strong. Same thing goes for Kingler. Kingler, base 120, 115 in defense, 130 in attack, and I'm just like, yo, these things are hard-hitting mons. Hard-hitting mon. I seen him rush Sheer Force. We've seen the Agility Swords Dance set sweep. We've seen it sweep. I need to be careful. 100% need to be careful with this Kingler. Kingler is really good in this matchup this week. The only thing that Kingler can't take is probably my Abomasnow. So I'm hoping my Abomasnow is enough to threaten this thing out, and along with my Lantern. I'm hoping Lantern is a mon that threatens the Kingler from coming. I hope the Abomasnow is something that can threaten the Leafeon from coming. Seeing I have an Ice type team, I would expect Pyro to come, but once again, he has not brought in one single match, so maybe it won't come. Next after Kingler is the Guzzlord. Guzzlord is a mon that does not make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me as in, it's an Ultra Beast, obviously, yes. So it gets a Beast Boost, and Ultra Beasters are good. They're good, but Guzzlord is one that's overlooked, and I can't even figure out how to make it work, to tell you the truth. I don't know if I ever drafted it. It doesn't call my attention. Being a dark dragon type makes a quad weakness to fairy. I like fairy types, and so that thing cannot take a fairy hit. So Guzzlord, Shady even drafted it, and I'm just like, what? Like, you have Dragalge, stick to Dragalge. But yeah, so Guzzlord, it's another mon he has not brought. I don't know how to use it. I really don't. How's this doing this matchup? It does okay. It has really high attack, HP stats, but it's such a slow mon that an Icicle Crash is going to be doing so much. The anti-walls it 100%. I think it does. Unless it gets Flash Cannon, which I don't know, or Iron Head, it just gets bought by this thing. And nothing else on this team really wants to be taking a fairy move, so no thank you. No thank you, King Lear, oncoming. I mean, Guzzlord. Next up, Dugtrio. Dugtrio Alolan, I kind of do expect to come. It's a really good mon. We anticipated 2 weeks ago Dugtrio, the regular one, to come because it's just, and it's an arena trapper. It's really scary. This one has tangling hair, so that's really nice. Fun fact: we just after searching this thing, no, actually, yeah, I've ever seen it run tangling hair. So I don't know what else it can run, but it's base 180. No, 110. 110 with maxes it out at 178 or 188. Something along those lines. It's base 110. 110, you guys can do the math. It's probably 178. Base 100 is 167, 168. So yeah, 188 sounds just about right. 100, I just went from 167 to 188. 178. Stab Iron Head, stab EQs. That's all we need to know. It has stab Iron Head and it has stab EQs, which are very scary for my Diancie. Very scary. We're carrying a bulky Kofag just for this guy, and Choice Scarf, Flareon for it as well. Focus Sash, Sandslash. We'll get into Diancie set in a bit. Cryogonal is an ice type. I asked Synex Realize for some advice, and he told me, hey, Cryogonal swept my team. So I said, you know, maybe Diancie's going to be a really good bring for this then. Just because of the fact, plus the Sandslash to have the Iron Head, plus the Flareon with the Stab Flare, but it's going to help me out in the long run here. 100%. So, Cryogonal, a mon we should be worried about a bit, but if I had to say if it comes this match, I don't think so. He hasn't brought it, I think, the last 2 weeks or not, so I don't expect it to come. But at the same time, it's his only sense of hazard removal. I don't think he wants hazard removal this week, but at the same time, you've seen I bring a lot of toxic spikes and whatnot, so maybe it would be useful in that sense. Next up, Malamar. Malamar, it's another mon we watched sweep, and it swept easily with a Choice Scarf superpower. So, Choice Scarf superpower, we have answers for that. We have answers for that in the Uxie, we have answers with the Kofag, we have answers with the Diancie, we just have answers all around, because Malamar is such a scary mon and a hard one to deal with, especially with the Choice Scarf. Choice Scarf, the only thing that I'm bringing that actually outspeeds it naturally is Uxie. Everything else is slower. His whole team is actually basically fast, except for Guzzlord, Vikavolt, and the Gigalith. Those three mons are the only thing slower than my team. Alright, so Malamar, it gets nice knockoff superpower. I can't bring Sticky Webs because if I set it up, his contrary will boost him, and he'll be at 1+1 speed. So we don't want that. We do not 100% want that, even though we did mention his team is faster than ours naturally, so we should have some, something that can help us out in our speed. I rather just opt to kind of go with Trick Room or something along those lines to kind of bounce back, which I had Trick Room on Kofag, and I'm realizing I removed it, so what a waste. Okay, I made my whole team slow for no reason. Okay. Gigalith. Maybe I should put Trick Room back. But actually, okay, no, because of the Gigalith. Gigalith, another wall we have to deal with. Steelix was already a nuisance to deal with. So now it's a face-off with Gigalith, which is even worse than Celix in the sense that it has Sandstorm. Sandstorm boosts the special defense of rock types. So this guy is going to go from its base 80, its base 80 special defense, to 120 thanks to the sand boost. So it's a nuisance because now we're dealing with a 130 and 120 special defense. I was calculating how much an energy ball is doing max like 30% for my Drampa. So I was like, this is another mod where I had to slowly wear down. Really slowly wear this down to get the kill. Or just stall out Sandstorm as we aren't bringing our hail to counter his. It gets rocks, it gets Stone Edge, we've seen Toxic. I've seen people run Banded Superpower before. Banded Superpower, that's really, really nice. So I might anticipate that. I'm gonna prep for it or expect it, without a doubt, for sure. But other than that, Gigalith is just there to take hits. Really take hits, set up rocks, and probably Toxics. Because that's what we've seen it do before, set up Toxics and not. Vikavolt. We've seen Light Orb on Vikavolt. We've seen Charted on Vikavolt. We've seen just about everything on Vikavolt. We've seen it run agility. We've seen it do this. We've seen it do that. It's such a good mod. I really liked it. I've used it before. And it can hit hard. Vikavolt is a problem for us. Telling you guys now. So, after seeing how much of a problem it was for us, I decided to make Diancie faster. I wanted to make it faster in the sense that I had to speed creep it by 1 point if it's full timid. If it's full timid, I need to outspeed it by 1. And if we're in against it, we cannot let it set up an agility for free. If it sets up an agility for free, we're done for. So whatever we do, we must stay in. Unless we have really good checks, because I'm expecting the energy bar on it, because Lantern can have Voltazor to eat up his Thunderbolts. So he'll hit me with an energy ball there for sure. Bug Buzz is really good on my team, except for Kofag, and Flareon, and Sandslash. But Sandslash has pitiful defense, so maybe not that great. Dancing probably takes it really well. Actually, it does take it really well. Okay, so I guess around my team, it covers it really well. But still, it's a mod we can't let down our guard. It can have Hidden Power Fire. We've seen Hidden Power Ground. We watched Hidden Power Ground, not Hidden Power Fire. Hidden Power Ground to kill the Togedemaru. So it can have Hidden Power Fire for my Sandslash, Hidden Power Fire for Abomasnow. But at the same time, those are two mods that are naturally faster than Vikavolt. So Vikavolt would have to be an agility set to even get anywhere close to actually picking up the knockout on any of those two. And last but not least, Mr. Mime. I don't think he's brought Mr. Mime either, so I'm not gonna prep too hard on it. Mr. Mime, I don't know what it does very well. I think Mr. Mime has not the greatest defense. It's 65 basis special defense, regular defense, but 120 in special defense, so that's really nice. The fact that it has pitiful defense, Flareon does good against it. It's gonna give me a problem with Drampa then. Actually, now that I think about it here. Still, he hasn't brought it. Diancie can have Diamond Storm, and that's gonna do a lot of damage. I think Uxie can 1v1 it. Actually, I only have Shadow Ball on it. I mean Psychic. So maybe can't. But at the same time, Iron Head from Sandslash should be able to pick up the KO on this thing. We'll see. We'll see as soon as we kind of break down our team and see what can do well against us and whatnot. So I made this team about a few days ago. Drampa carrying the Draco Meteor, 4 stab, extra sensory to Oko the Toxic Rogue. We have the Energy Ball to Oko the Kingler, or almost Oko. I think it was a roll or something like that. And then Signal Beam picks up the KO on Malamar if he's not AV or if he's not super specially defensive. Signal Beam also hits the Leafeon. I don't know why I call it the Leafy. Signal Beam is for, other than those two, that's it. Energy Ball for the Kingler, that's it, and the Gigalith. and then Draco for stab, and for stab against the Guzzlord, which I don't expect if it did come. Just to have, like, I wasn't gonna bring Draco, but I was like, just in case he does bring Guzzlord, we need a stab on it. And then there's Draco also for somebody else. There's somebody else. Is it just stab? It's just stab. It's just stab. We're running 252 into HP. We want the maximum HP. We're running Modest. Modest just gives us those extra points and pick up the kills that we need on extra sensory, on the signal beam, on the energy ball. We're running 196 into defense and 16 to speed because I don't know why. Okay, I don't know why. I forgot. But whatever. But we are carrying the Chopper Berry. The Chopper Berry is really, really nice because even a plus, I think +3 is a roll. I know for sure we'll live a +1. For sure we'll live a regular superpower. A +1, we live it as well. +2, I'm not sure. +3 might be a roll. It depends. I have to see +2 and whatnot. But still, Chopper Berry is going to be really nice. It's mainly for the Toxicroak. I want the Toxicroak to feel like it's super easy to get the kill, and then I can just energy ball it. I mean, it's extra sensory in. That would be super cool and super fun to watch in the match. Next up, Kofag. Kofag has to be the bulky mon that we ring this main. It has knockoff, Will-O-Wisp, Nightshade, and Rest. Mummy for the ability to lose anything like the Malamar to lose his contrary. So now it can't do a thing. The Toxicroak can lose his Stride Skin. Kingler can lose his Sheer Force. That's a really, really nice one. Kingler to lose a Sheer Force, so now it's taking Life Orb damage, and it doesn't get the extra attack boost. Rest, in case the Gigalith does have the Toxic, I want to be able to rest and get my HP back. I want Kofag to sit on the field as long as it can to just scare mons out or get Nightshades off. Nightshades making it basically my opponent loses 50 HP. The only thing that resists the Nightshade would be the Pyroar, but at the same time, we don't expect it. If he brings the Pyroar, then we're in a problem because all we carry is knockoff, Will-O-Wisp, and Nightshade. So my Kofag cannot touch it at all. Cannot touch it 100% at all. Will-O-Wisp cripples the Gigalith, cripples the Malamar, cripples the Dugtrio, cripples the Toxicroak, cripples the Kingler, cripples the Leafeon. That's 7 mons. 7 mons out of all of them, almost basically that 8 can cripple. Next up is Flareon. Flareon is running Jolly in 188 into its speed, 252 full attack, and then 68 into HP. I think 188 is just enough to outspeed Flareon, I think. I mean, to outspeed Flareon. It's just enough to outspeed Cryogonal, yes. Toxicroak, yes. Pyroar, yes. I think it's just enough to outspeed the Dugtrio. Just enough. So, super cool there. Actually, I'm not going to run Flash Fire. I'm going to run Guts. So, I need to change that. Alright. Alright, so, cool thing. Lava Plume. 30% chance to burn every time. 30% to burn. That is awesome. That is awesome. And I want to try to use it. Because if the Gigalith is going to come in expecting 100% my Flare Blitz, go for the Lava Plume, I get the burn off, I'm in a way better position. And it's going to be guaranteed almost basically because it's a 1 in 3 chance plus I'm not raining Toxic Spikes this week. So we have a good chance of getting either a burn on it. Next up, Diancie. Diancie, I made a last minute adjustment. Two last minute adjustments. With Power Gem and Trick Room. Alright, so as we were mentioning, I don't know the spread, but basically this thing has to outspeed the Vikavolt by 1 point. And then we have Trick Room because we are slower than everything else. So basically we have Psychic for the Toxicroak. I think that's one of the biggest mons that worry me. We are carrying the Paperi Berry, so we even take an Iron Head from the Dugtrio. We have Psychic, Power Gem for the Vikavolt, Psychic for the Toxicroak, Moonblast for the Guzzlord for stab overall, Moonblast for the Malamar. So it's a good coverage overall. We have some HP investments. With the Paperi Berry, we should be able to live any steel move. I did not calc how much it would do from a Dugtrio, but I'm pretty sure we should live it. I'm pretty sure. I hope we do. If not, we just need to live the Bullet Punch. That's all I worry about the most, living a Bullet Punch and getting that Psychic off, since Toxicroak basically wrecks through my whole team. Next up is going to be the Uxie. Uxie is going to carry the Imprisoned, Knockoff, Psychic, Stealth Rocks, holding leftovers. We have enough speed to outspeed everything but Mr. Mime, Cryogonal, Pyroar, and thing. But we do have Psychic, we have Knockoff, and we have Stealth Rocks and Imprison. Cool thing about Imprison is if I go in for Imprison, any mons on the field cannot use the same moves I have. So let's say I'm in against the Gigalith, I can go for the Imprison, and he cannot go for Stealth Rocks, leaving one of my mons safe, which would be the last mon, the Sandslash, who's holding that's called a Focus Sash. Cool thing, Psychic is nice for the Kingler because it's still 2 shots, even with no investments. It's just that stab plus his Kingler's not that high special defense, so I'm allowed to get a 2-shot. Hopefully, if it's not invested into HP or special defense on the Kingler. But really, Uxie's here to set up rocks, get knockoffs off, maybe some potential sidekicks and whatnot, and prison. Some cool things. Really cool. And then last but not least, Sandslash. Sandslash is going to be holding the Focus Sash. It's going to be adamant. 156 to outspeed. I don't remember. I just do not remember what I put my spreads to outspeed here. But some HP investments. Yo, I really wish I remembered what it was to outspeed. I really do. Maybe it's Vikavolt, because I'm slower than everything else. That just has to be it. Okay, we'll just leave it at that. So Earthquake, Rock Slide, Iron Head, and Leech Seed. Leech Seed OHKOs the Malamar because it's a bug type move. We stole this from Benen's book. Who stole it? From Serene's book. So we're just stealing each other's text, whatnot. Iron Head is stab. It's nice. Earthquake is stab. Earthquake is really mainly just for the Dugtrio and Pyroar and Toxicroak. Those 3. But Iron Head is more for like Mr. Vine, more for the Gigalith, the Cryogonal. Oh wow, Leech Seed can actually hit the Leafeon. That's nice to know. I did not know that at all. I just learned something new. Rock Slide is for the Vikavolt, so maybe I do have speed investments for the Vikavolt. If I'm carrying Earth Rock Slide, it has to be for that. Has to be. Alright. But that's basically my team, guys. Overall, that is my team. Let's go and jump into his team. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? Okay. Alright, so what do I expect him to bring? Vikavolt, he's brought it to almost every match. Toxicroak, yes. He has to be my sand with, he has to be my snow with his sand. Kingler. Kingler is such a good mon, but Malamar, he always brings Malamar, always. So these are really, really close. I think Kingler's coming. Dugtrio? It's fast. That means no hazard removal. Well, there you go, guys. That's what I think he's bringing. 29-minute team builder. Okay, we rambled on for way too long, but I'm gonna just get out of here. You guys are amazing. Stay blazing. Squid out.